I get a lot of questions about bags. How many bags do you need? What do you need all these bags for? Do you keep them organized? What is your system to make sure that these bags are current? And you know, I'll tell you guys, I put a lot of videos about bags out there because, for one thing, my bags are always evolving. I'm always adding new gear. I'm always taking out extra stuff that I realize I just don't need. But the big thing is I want to share it with you guys to show you what kind of evolution is going on in my bag system. But also is to inspire you, and probably the most important thing is to inspire you to put together your own bag system. I want to give you a couple of stories that I've received over the years about having certain bags. I've had at least 4 or 5 bag stories where guys were in a storm, tornadoes specifically. In fact, I had one guy that even sent me the video that was taken from another angle of him running from his truck, grabbing his bag and getting into shelter as a tornado came through their town. And he said that bag was an incredible lifesaver. He goes, it was just great. I had another group of college students. They saw the tornado coming straight for their house, and they got in the middle room. He said the first thing I thought about was grab my go bag. He said I had just put that bag together a couple of weeks before, put it in the middle of the room. As the tornado tore that house apart, he sent pictures of this house, trees down through the middle of this house. He said they had to walk 14 miles to get to anywhere, and because the roads were closed off because of trees. He said the medical kit in his bag helped so many people as they were going. I had another guy that had watched my Intruder defense bag. It's the bag that I put together to keep by your bedside. Not just a handgun, but you have your flashlight and your, maybe some security restraints. Maybe you have a med kit in there. You have some things that you might need if you have a home invasion. And he said, I put that bag together just a few nights, in fact, about a week before. He said our house was broken into, 2 men armed to the teeth. He said they had knives and guns, and he said it was crazy. And he ended up having to defend his family by shooting both of these men. And he said, if it hadn't been for that Intruder defense bag, he goes, my gun would have been in the safe. And he said, we could have been killed. And I've had other stories. And so one of the things that's really important to me is to make sure that you guys are prepared. As many people watch these videos, chances are you're one that's going to be hit by some kind of violent crime. Not only violent crime, but also with just natural disasters, power outages, all the many things that can happen and do happen. I just read a USA Today report where our power grids have been attacked, actually physically attacked, causing power outages over 350 times since 2011 to 2014. Those are successful attacks. 14 of those were actually cyber attacks, and the cyber attacks, they say, have grown. There's a lot that are unsuccessful that have been documented, that there could be up to thousands of attacks on our power grid. The director of the CIA said that if we lose power, we lose civilization. It's one of the things, guys, that you need to take seriously when putting together a good pack. And when I put together different packs, whether it's a go bag, a bug out bag, just like my new anti-terrorist bag, which, it was something that I really wanted just to say, look guys, this is your go bag, get this thing ready. A lot of people are complaining and saying things. Well, here's the deal. If it'll inspire you to put together that bag, you don't necessarily have to drive around with that thing in your vehicle. In fact, like I said, stated toward the end, you need to check your state and local laws before you do that. But, it's not necessarily a mall attack. It's not necessarily a downtown attack by some terrorist group. It could be out in a more rural area, at a power grid. It could be somewhere where you have the ability to stop that attack and police are 30 minutes away. When we had our break-in here at the house last year, I called 911. I told them, I said, I think that somebody is still in the house. It took over 40 minutes for a response time. 40 minutes. Guys, you need to be ready. You can't depend on local police or state authorities in necessarily a terrorist type attack. It could be something, this individual, could be something that's just going on. Now, number one, keeping your concealed carry current and carrying that pistol with you is an important step. But if you're going against someone with an AK-47, you're really going to be outgunned. Is that going to happen? I don't know that that's going to happen, but when 30,000 people watch a video that I put together, up to 100,000, up to, on some cases, over 1 million people may watch a video, chances are some people are going to find that bag extremely useful and life-saving. Not probably, but it will happen. So the big thing is be prepared. Get your survival essentials together. It's not that expensive to do, your basic survival. If you want to upgrade and have really fancy gear, great. But the big thing is to have gear that will work and to have it accessible. Have it in your vehicle. Have it one in your home. Even FEMA says you need to have an emergency kit that's portable in your car and also one for your home. And you need to have that. Now these bag kits are definitely your preference. What I put together in these bags suits my purposes, suits the way I look at things, suits my experiences. It may not suit yours. And leaving things down in the comments, a lot of people gain a lot from that. Or maybe it's something that I've mistaken, just like putting a shamag in an anti-terrorist bag. You know, maybe I should have put just one of the bandanas in there that was kind of low-key. I think that would have served the same purpose. And to be honest with you, I took the shamag out. Having the right gear and being able to refine it together as a community is also important. And I like to see critical comments about things in a very respectful way. It really helps everyone. When you start getting ugly, you know, that's not so good. And that doesn't really help anyone. You know, these bag videos are very popular. They're fun to do. And, you know, a lot of guys will see a bag video and then 3 years later, I may put up another bag video. Most people don't even know that that old bag video is even there. And so as new people start to watch the channel, it kind of gives them a refresher. You know, guys, you need to have your essentials covered. Go bag, your bug out bag, you need to have a home defense kit at least. And, you know, something for survival. Having a survival kit in your vehicle, having first aid medical. Those things are very important to life. It doesn't have to be a fancy radio, doesn't have to be a nice gold bracelet or a fancy watch. But you do need to have some really nice gear to save your life. Because what's your life worth? And more importantly, what's the life of those you love worth? This bag may not save you, but it may save your son. It may save your daughter. It may save your next door neighbor. We live in a crazy world. We've always lived in a crazy world. The United States over the past couple of hundred years has been relatively peaceful, but things have changed and are changing. And we need to be ready to face those things. Not only for ourselves, but for our families. And like the old Boy Scout motto, which has been around for a long time, be prepared. So be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. I just read where our power grid has been attacked over 350 times from 1911 to My next bag video is going to be my cigar kit video.